Hey guys, so we are doing, by popular request, we're doing a bike check video. And this is to show you the bikes that we currently have. And then we'll talk a little bit about what we're gonna do, because as you know, the boys grow fast. And so that's what we're gonna do. So each of them are gonna bring their bikes by and we'll talk about them and ask them some questions about them, and then we'll move on to the next one. So, who's this?
Me.
What's your bike's name?
What's your bike's name?
Blue Thunder.
Blue Thunder. So Blue Thunder is a 12-inch Trek Precaliber. We absolutely...
I found one for you, son.
So we absolutely love this bike. Jeffrey... Very nice to you, Jeffrey. So we got this bike for Jeffrey.
Yeah.
He has mastered the balancing.
Attention span of a 2-year-old. Alright, come on. Right here. We're going to talk to the camera.
So he has mastered the balancing of Charlie, which was our Swin
I got Blue Thunder.
balance bike. And this is Blue Thunder, our 12-inch Trek Precaliber. And he actually rides this one really well. So he is 2 years old. We were just about to put the pedals on. We love this bike. As you can see, we have the Fidlock Pro universal mount on here, so he has his own water bottle. So plans for him, the next steps for him are to put the pedals on. And then after the pedals go on, and he gets a couple inches taller, he'll be able to jump up to the next bike that we have.
Really?
This is Johnny, and he rides
Bumblebee.
So Bumblebee is a 16-inch Trek Precaliber.
Yeah.
Named him Bumblebee because he's black and yellow, so that's a lot of fun. But Johnny, as you can see, the seat post is all the way up to the markings, and so we are going to have to move him up very soon. This was his first bike with pedals, and so yeah, we love this bike. We do wish that this bike had handbrakes instead of a pedal backwards brake. That would be the only change that we make to this bike. So what do you think about Bumblebee?
I like him so much.
We love this bike. So he's outgrown it, so we've got to move him up to, we're thinking a Roscoe 20, because now they make a 20-inch Roscoe. So we do know that he'll fit on it. So more than likely we're going to go that direction. So this is Jackson, and he rides Buford. So Buford is a
20-inch Precaliber.
It's a Trek 20-inch Precaliber. It has the front suspension fork, which we found was pretty useless, even though we've been to multiple bike shops about every 3 months, and they do service it. It's not that high of a quality on this one. So we do like that it has the hand brakes. We don't like that it has the twist to shift.
No.
This bike, as you can see, is well loved and ridden hard. So we do love that it has the 1x drivetrain. As you can see, the front brake handle is snapped off, so it is rear brake only at this time, which isn't the end of the world for a kid's bike. The front suspension fork doesn't really function anymore. And Jackson has outgrown this bike by a bunch. So for Jackson, we're actually gonna move him up to a Roscoe 24, which is the same size as what Joshua has. So, there you go. Thanks, Jackson. So this is Joshua, and what bike is this?
My Roscoe 24-inch.
So we actually call this bike Roscoe. This is a Trek 24-inch Roscoe. It has the 2.8 fat tires. It has the disc brakes front and rear, and it has the 1x suspension, or 1x drivetrain. We absolutely love that this bike has mechanical disc brakes. We absolutely love that. It's a huge deal. Whereas on Jackson's 20-inch Precaliber, it is a rim brake, which we do not like on the trails. It heats up and fails too quickly. So we love this bike. I don't know that they make it in orange anymore. But this is Joshua's first big bike, and you can see we also have a fid lock on this one. We put the fid locks on everything, whether we had to use the universal one or the screw-in. So we love this bike because they internally route all the cables, especially on a kid's bike. That's a great thing because the cables are barely exposed where they are. So Joshua is right at the upper limit of this bike. So we're actually looking at moving him up to a Roscoe 5 or a Roscoe 6. So it'll be a 27.5-inch small adult frame bike. And so that'll also have the 2.8 tires. We found that the 2.8 tires are much better for kids than having a front fork. At least at this time. That way they can just monster truck over everything and not even think about it. It builds their confidence quickly on the trails, and we absolutely love that. So this is the bike, or one just like it, that Jackson is going to move to, and then we'll get Joshua moved up to a adult small full-size 27.5 bike. So that is his bike. So this is Kelly.
I have a shadow.
And what is your bike's name?
My bike's name is Holly, and it's a Novara.
So
I
this
honestly don't know anything about
So
that.
this is a Novara. It is a women's. It is a women's hardtail. We actually love this bike. It has the disc brakes, which we love. We don't like that it has the 3x drivetrain, so that'll be addressed with her next bike. This has been a great bike for her. We've had this bike for
9 years.
9 years.
Got it the year Joshua was born.
It's been absolutely great. It's been a good bike for her to learn. We do know her next bike, we're going to go to at least a 2.4 tire. We're going to go to a 1x drivetrain. And we're probably going to go to a trail bike. That way it can make her a lot more comfortable on the trails.
I'm not a very confident rider, so it's been a good bike to learn on. Having the fatter tires, I think, will help a lot. The boys are definitely surpassing me in their ability to ride, so I've got to learn how to keep up.
So this is the bike that Joshua has been riding, and he fits on this bike very well, so that's why we know this size will work for him.
Yeah.
So we're pretty excited about that.
Yep. All right.
So Kelly's next one will more than likely be a hardtail, but it'll be a trail bike. So I'm Jeremy, and this is my bike. It is a Ghost FS7. This is a cross-country bike. It is a full suspension. As you can see, I have Jefferson's shotgun seat here with his handlebars. And yes, we do go down trails like this. I have his universal fid lock here, and then mine screws in down here. So I can actually run 2 bottles if I ride by myself, which is pretty rare. We actually love this bike quite a bit. We are going to be moving me to a trail bike and probably have the 2.4 tires as well. We're going to stick with full suspension for me because of my back. It just lets me enjoy the ride a lot longer. But other than that, I love this bike. The trail bike will also be a 1x instead of a 2x drivetrain. I absolutely love the hydraulic disc brakes. You can be very precise and have really good modulation with them when you're on the trails, especially because Jeffrey rides with me now. I love that extra confidence and control that it gives me. I love that I can adjust my front suspension to lockout, trail, and downhill. And I can do that on the front and the back. And so I absolutely love that. And had this bike for 9 years, so it's gonna be a little bit different going to something different. I had to change my first tube about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it was a pinch flat on a 4-wheel drive trail because it's sitting on the back of our trailer. I pinch flatted it.
Yep.
Other than that, all the trails that we ride and all the jumps that we do, never had to replace the tubes or anything on this. You can see that the pedals have taken a beating. There's some markings up on the frame and whatnot, and on the handlebars, but This has been a great bike. We love this. So those are the 6 bikes that we have currently. As you can see, we have moved on from the bike trailers, which we love it because that means the kids are growing and it's time for them to grow and ride their own bikes. We hang all of our bikes on our North Shore rack. It's the NSR-6, I believe. It actually folds. It holds the forks. It's got 4 pieces here and it holds the forks. So we can actually fit our kids' bikes on there. And when we had the bike trailers, we could actually fit the bike trailers on there too. You can check out our bike rack video. That'll be linked right up here. But other than that, we tow on 4-wheel drive trails with our bikes on that rack. We have a new solution coming soon.
Not a new solution, in addition to the solution.
We believe we have found there's a good solution for us with a driver's side swing hitch. Because of the way our trailer is, we need it to swing on the driver's side. So we believe we have found a solution for that. But other than that, guys, this is our bike check. Look for a bike update video pretty soon. We're going to try to move all the boys up to the proper bikes. And then later on, we'll worry about Kelly and my bikes. As you guys know, and as you probably do, you get your kids the good stuff first, and you worry about yourself later. So who knows, Kelly and I might keep these bikes for another 9 years and just keep moving the boys up and up as they need to. Well, guys, that's our bike check video for now. We absolutely love the Trek bikes for the kids. So we're going to stick with that for them. Kelly and I, we're going to figure out what's going to work for us. We'd love to stay in the brand. We're working on that, actually. We'll see. But other than that, guys, that's it for this video. Hold on tight for our upgrade video for the bikes. And other than that, if we don't see you in the next video, we'll see you on the trail. Hopefully. We're on to the next adventure.